Shout out to Sir, man.
Yeah, big shout out.
I just saw he just did a show.
Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did packed out the Hollywood Bowl.
Which is fucking crazy.
Fucking epic. Yeah.
Would you guys ever do just a joint? You know,
a project? Absolutely.
Yeah. The brothers.
Absolutely.
The brothers.
I mean, my thing is, the question is, you know, I think it's gonna be me, Sir, and Davion. You know what I'm saying? My brother Davion Ferris. You know, he the one that's like, you know, guess who started this gangster shit? You know? Like, he's the oldest. He was always the one that kind of drove us in the direction of pursuing music. You know, and things just turned out that Sir got the look from TDE, and however it transpires. But
being as pretty close to the situation as you are, how cool was it to see you know, the last 14 months or so of Kendrick Lamar?
I mean, well, one, I'm not as close as.
Well, your brother is signed to TDE.
Yeah, he signed to TDE, and so by affiliation, you know,
you're a kid. Look, you're a kid from LA.
But it's not like I'm getting what you get.
No, but I'm saying just like it's got to be cool. I mean, like, just give me your. I mean, shit, from a fan's perspective. From
a fan's perspective, I know. I mean, I thought you were saying what's the inside scoop?
No, like, no. I just mean like it just had to be cool. Like, damn, like this shit is.
I mean, it's just. It's inspiring from a music standpoint, right? I'm not tripping off the beef. I let grown men handle their shit how they want to do that. But the fact that that the West is having a moment, you know, because it's not like we stopped being us. We didn't stop making great music. We didn't stop, you know, being dope and having artists that push the line and choose to be different. It's just that depending on the times, there are different seasons in music. You know, when the South had it, you know, and it was Lil Jon and the Yin Yang Twins. You couldn't tell nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? When T-Pain had it, you know, and so it's dope to to live in a moment where it's like, oh, West, it's our time again.
Right.
You know, it was funny because I've done the Hollywood Bowl twice in the past couple years, and the night that Kendrick did the pop out in Inglewood, I was doing the Hollywood Bowl. So from my phone, I'm watching this nigga Kendrick say, "What's up, Inglewood?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's like bittersweet." I'm proud, but I'm like having the biggest show of my life. You know, that night in particular, I was opening for T-Pain, and then you know another night I did. I was rocked with Derek Hodge at a jazz festival. Wow. You know, so but that was an interesting play.
Yeah, there was like a. Snoop was saying that like him and DJ Quick were like on I think they were in Canada the night of the pop out, and they were just like both just like had FOMO, like fuck,
bro.
Is that right, Fuzz? They were in Canada, right? Yeah.
I was right across town trying to figure out, and you know, I feel like he announced it so quick and packed it out instantly.
My God, it was crazy.
But it was like, I was like, man, what time is? I was still trying to. When I heard it was about to happen,
get off?
I was like, when's my set time? Like, it was like, bro, you late. You know what I'm saying? Which is where you want to be any other day. You don't want to be first up. You know?
For sure. Because I feel like Death Row's having a super dope moment. Jane's dope. Obviously, October's going crazy.
Absolutely.
You know, I feel like this new Death Row's is high. I mean, we had a Dog Pound EP. We had an East Siders project. The last Snoop album he just kind of just dropped on us was crazy.
Yeah,
I think they're like more than missionary.
That's crazy.
To be honest, who?
Corrupt.
Oh,
got something coming that's crazy.
But I'm just curious, like for you, like what was it about outside of it just being Snoop? You know, someone who supported you throughout your career, someone who's a part of your story. But what was it about, like what's going on with Death Row that just like was like, yo, this makes sense?
A big part of it is that one, Death Row is musical. You know, today is. What's brilliant about how Snoop is leading the ship in a sense is that they're not trying to recreate the old Death Row.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The artists from a different era that are still creating, that are still dope, they're still putting out music.
Right.
However, the younger artists, you know what I'm saying, the October Londons, the Janes, you know, they're making music like with live instrumentation, with soul, with all that stuff. So I'm kind of a bridge between that and rap and new rap, you know, or mid age, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the youngsters, but you know, I'm seasoned, but I'm still, you know, active, you know. So, and also I think it's me understanding what I contribute to it. It's not so much Like, what are y'all doing that I could benefit from? It's like the relationship is important. It happening organically. Like, some of my album was created there. I have, Jane on the album. You know what I'm saying? Snoop is on the album. So by the time the conversations happen, it's like, look, what's the other stuff that we need to discuss? Like, the fit is already there. It's a no brainer. What is our agreement so that we could move forward with it? And it's the biggest, it's love because, my agreement with Snoop is not too different from my agreement with, Empire, in that I get to, after a certain amount of time, keep my ownership and all of those things. It's a partnership.
Yeah.
And that's why I can forever, look at my time with Empire and nod to them. Like, I respect those guys and it's much love because, one, they rode for me, like, in so many ways. We went overseas together to Grammy nominated, yeah. all the beautiful stuff. And that part of my career was fueled by, their support. So that's the kind of relationships I want to keep building, where it's like I keep ownership and we can build, and learn from each step we take.
Are you, because you have, I feel like the last 5 or 6 years, there's a few other really dope artists who put dope visuals together, but I feel like you're top tier in that combo when it comes to just amazing visuals. Mm-hmm. Now that you're acting and shit, is your like appetite for like how crazy your videos got to be just be like, is it that much more crazy? Because you're on like these movie sets and shit.
It's yes and no. Like, my thing is now, they say, like, if you want to do something well and fast, it's not going to be cheap.
100%.
If you want to make it cheap and it done well, it's going to take a long amount of time, right? So during
100%.
that season, Rhythm and Flow hit.
Yep.
Shit was happening fast. We didn't know we were up against a beginning pandemic, you know what I'm saying? But it was like the speed at which we had to move meant that we spent a lot of money on those visuals.
Yes.
So now it's like, how do I get my hands and feet a little more dirty in the production of these videos so that I can achieve that quality and save some bread. So the short answer is yes, we want to continue making high quality videos, but it's how. If we're going to spend the type of money we spent back then, it's going to be like, we better be coming out with a film.
Some of them videos you all were dropping, I was like, damn, this can't be less than like 30 grand, 25. Like, you were putting, bro.
Hell no.
What was the one you had like on the old school bus? That you had like the 60s, 70s?
Oh, you talking about it? Oh yeah, that shit was tight. That was
what video was that?
Honey Jack.
Yes.
Honey Jack.
That video was crazy.
Honey Jack is one of my favorite. It's movies. They're movies. And that's by Child, the director named Child. She's incredible.
You linked up with LaRussell. What is it? Okay, LaRussell, I feel like, is doing a lot of good work to kind of just change, I feel like, the way people think about their approach to being indendependent, artistry, content, just concerts, a lot.
Absolutely.
He's just doing a lot. Like, what was it like connecting with him?
Being around LaRussell is super inspiring. You know what I'm saying? LaRussell has a fresh energy, a youthful spirit, and but he's a dog in the sense that he's working and he's about his movement and he's honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the moment, like, if he don't fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's show up, let's get it done because we on a time crunch. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's respect. Like, he pulled up to my house and recorded that verse. I engineered that myself. You know, so brought his whole team to the house. Then we did another song and mic'd the piano in my house. Like, so, like, his movement is something that I admire as much as his art. You know what I'm saying? He could be himself, but he's taking all the right risks and doing stuff and breaking rules. The things that people feel like they got to do. He's like, no, drop in volume. The rollout don't got to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Keep dropping. And the irony is that what got me on Rhythm and Flow and all these big moments is that I had that same mentality. Like, every week y'all getting something new,
right?
A visual and a new song, and you know what I'm saying. So, big salute to him. You know what I'm saying. Now, where I am now, I don't share the same model. My business model is not the same.
Yeah, and with anything, not every shoe fits the same, you know, for everybody. Yeah,
for sure. You know, and you know, I'm close enough to Sir and TDE to learn from their model is extremely different too. It's like
they're kind of like the extreme other side of the spectrum.
Exclusivity, mystique. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And I believe in it. The beauty of that is you get time off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And of course you're working during the time off, but it's time out of the cycle. Yes. You know, so, and that's what I've been doing on this. Like, what's crazy is it hasn't been that I haven't had enough music to put out an album any one year. I got 5-6 albums worth of material, but it's what the cycle that you have to get in to put it out is a whole different muscle. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like, all right, let's shoot enough visuals, let's get enough content collected, let's whatever, or fuck it, let's just drop it for the fans.
Right.
The people that's watching that closely, y'all gonna get this just for y'all.